want to talk to you guys about something that I was just studying. And the phrase "come back better" just hit me. And I want to share with you out of Exodus 14 about Israel. And I love studying Israel because I think many times if you look at Israel, they're just they explain and express so much psychology, and we can learn so much from their history and their culture about the human condition. And so I want to read to you guys out of Exodus 14. I'm going to start at verse 10. And it said, as Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them. They were terrified and cried out to Moses. They said to Moses, was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? What have you done bringing us out of Egypt? Didn't we say to you in Egypt, leave us alone, let us serve the Egyptians? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert. Verse 13, Moses answered the people and said, do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. Chronicle Nation, I just want to share with you about many times, just like the Israelites, we're on the cusp of a great deliverance. But many of us want to run back to what has held us, what has enslaved us, what has imprisoned us, what has kept us from God's best. And I want, when you look back on those moments in your life, Chronicle Nation, I want you to look back and say, I'm a better man than that man that God delivered out of Egypt. I'm a better woman than the woman that God delivered out of Egypt. I want to look back on those things that held me. I want to look back on those things that I did wrong, that I did that weren't pleasing to God. I want to look back and know that I'm not that woman anymore. I'm not that man anymore. I want to look back and know that I'm a better man. I'm a better woman. And it occurs to me in the story that Israel was on the cusp of one of the greatest deliverances of their life. But their desire was to return to their slavery. The desire was to turn to what held them. The desire was to return to their captor. And many of us today are on the cusp of a great deliverance from God. Many of us, God is right on the verge of taking us to a level that we never thought, we never believed. And we're teetering on the edge of running back to an old relationship that God has wanted to end. Or an old flaw or an old vice that we've used as a crutch. And God is on the cusp of delivering us. And we're there saying, God, this is all I've ever known. I want to go back. And I'm telling you today to hold fast. And like Moses said, be still and see the salvation of God. And when you look back on those things that God has delivered you from, I want you to look back from a place of knowing that you're a better woman today, that you're a better man today. I want you to look back on your Egypt and know that I'm better, that that's not who I was anymore. I can never go back to that because God has shown me better. And when I look back on it, I look back on it as a better man and as a better woman. I don't want you to lose sight of the fact that God was ready to open the Red Sea to deliver them. And they were standing there saying, let us be captured, let us go back. What is God preparing to do for you right in this moment? I pray that you're saying, God, I stand with you. I won't go back. I don't want to go back. And when I look back on my Egypt, I want to look back knowing that I'm a better man and a better woman. God bless you, Chronicle Nation. Until next time.